and welcome back to 50 Shades of Blonde on WCOBM. I'm Missy Day.
And Jill Branson.
And our next guest is the one and only Rockin' Rhonda Taylor is joining us today, back from her whirlwind trip to Central and South America. So welcome to the show, Rhonda.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
We're glad to have you.
Oh, no kidding.
Thank you.
I want to read a little story.
A little story?
Yeah, we're
Right
going to have a little
here.
story time.
Story time. Okay.
Okay, our guest today, of course, as you just heard, Rhonda, she joins us after spending the last 9 months backpacking solo throughout Central and South America, armed with a one-way ticket and an itinerary and a profound sense of gratitude. This publisher, award-winning book designer, and digital nomad lived, worked, and volunteered alongside other female entrepreneurs while pursuing her own dream of travel and becoming an author. And I followed her on Facebook, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, it was
So-
very cool. So, one has to ask, 9 months roaming around, alone no less. I think that's so awesome. So, I'm going to ask you, what surprised you the most?
You know, what surprised me the most was realizing that realizing how liberating it was traveling with so few possessions. So imagine this. I had, years and years, a house full of things that you accumulate. And I sold everything. I pared it down to what would fit in my backpack, and I left the country. And what surprised me was how little I needed to continue living. And it was so freeing to have that experience.
I noticed when you came home, this was interesting to me. The transition, a little rough, yes?
Whew, it was rough. Reverse culture shock is a real thing. Yes.
Because the clothes, right? You were still wearing all the clothes because you only had 5 outfits?
I traveled with 5 outfits for 9 months.
Wow.
3 pairs of shoes. You don't need to know how many underwear. And I made it all work. Yeah.
So talk a little bit more about what that was like for you of being 9 months on your own in
Right.
another country to come back to the place where you lived.
I thought that, well, first of all, I left not knowing any Spanish. I had never been out of the country by myself before. And I was really on a journey of self-discovery. And so I learned a lot as I traveled. And then when I decided to come back, 3 months turned into 6 into 9. And I came back, thinking I was going to be able to just jump right back into my American life, no problems. And 2 days after I got home, I decided that I needed to go to the store. I needed to get some, personal products. You know how we girls are. We have our special brands. And of course, traveling throughout all these foreign countries, I didn't have my brands available. Everything's in Spanish. So, I just had to buy what was available. The choices are a lot fewer. And so I'm in Target. And I'm going up and down the aisles in the beauty department looking for all of my favorite brands. Face wash and shampoo and face cream. And I either am not able to find it, or I don't remember what
it
they
looks
were
like.
or what it looked like.
Right.
And I spent 3 hours in the beauty department so overwhelmed
Oh.
because there were so many choices and I had forgotten things that I wanted familiar to me again.
Right.
And I sat in the aisle and I just cried. And I'm going to get emotional. It was very, very overwhelming, and I didn't expect that. I just thought I would be able to come right back into my life. And it was anything but that. There was a level of depression. I was sad. I locked myself in my room and cried because nothing was familiar anymore.
Right.
And I didn't realize that 9 months, being away for that long was going to be so impactful coming back home. And it was a real eye-opener for me. Even getting in my vehicle again after not driving for 9 months, You should have
Oh,
seen that.
yeah.
You should have seen that process. Okay, how do I turn this
after
on?
a week.
Where's the radio? Where's the,
Yeah.
I forgot that I
Yeah.
had a push button to start my car. I'm looking for the key ignition, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It was
Yeah.
very strange. And I know that sounds silly.
No,
But
because I feel
for
weird
9
when
months-
I come back after I've been gone I went to Hawaii for a month, and I came home and I went, I feel so weird. That was a month, and I was in Hawaii. What's with that?
Right.
I just felt weird.
Right, yeah. Yeah, very surreal experience. And I have to say that, it was really just a month ago, because I got back in September. It was really just a month ago that I really kind of started finding my flow again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been different.
So this is the thing, people. She's going back.
Yeah.
I am.
Not that she's excited about it or anything.
I will try to contain myself. I am going back, and I left South America knowing I was going to go back, because I really feel like I left a part of my heart and soul there. I absolutely fell in love. I fell in love with the culture, the people, the language, the music, I fell in love with everything, the community, the beauty. And I'm specifically going back to Medellin, Colombia, because I have a community there that I created while I was there. And more than anything else, I love the laptop lifestyle that I created. And when I realized how easy it was for me to work remotely anywhere in the world with my laptop and an internet connection, it changed everything. And it's funny, because I've been doing this work for 20 years. But to actually go out and travel to all these, I went through 7 countries in 9 months. And I went to Colombia twice and Peru twice. And it was so much easier than I ever knew it could be. And I just fell in love with that lifestyle, and I'm going back for more, because there's more countries I didn't explore. But I will call my home base in Medellin, Colombia.
But now you feel, you're going back with your comfort. You have a comfort zone there in what to do, how to.
Yes, there's a little more comfort, not a lot. There's
Right.
still, a little anxiety. However, I'm going back to what's familiar. The neighborhoods, the restaurants, the coffee shops I worked in. I've already connected with people that I met there. They're excited to have me back. Meetup groups that I would venture out to. That's really how I kind of ventured outside of my comfort zone, is like I started looking for places to go. They've got a lot of expats there, so it really made the experience beautiful, and I'm going back for more of that.
And
So do you have a time frame? Or are you just going to just make it happen? Whatever happens, happens.
I bought my ticket on my 1-year anniversary of November 29th. I bought my ticket for January 29th, 2018.
Wow.
Yay!
Yes, yes. I'm very excited.
So what would you say to a woman that is watching and she's just like stuck and thinks that, man, I would love to live that lifestyle, but I can't. What would you say?
You can. I learned that I am capable of so much more than who I thought I was. I learned how to become resourceful and courageous. I learned how to trust myself. Many things happened to me, and I learned how to be present, because when I wasn't, that's when I was being attacked, or when I would fall, because I fell and fractured my hand, and so it was those things that I say anyone can do this. I don't feel like I am anyone special. I am just one woman who knew I needed a change in my life. And I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to write a book. So I've been interviewing women business owners throughout my travels, and I will continue to do that. And I knew that I wanted to volunteer, and I spent a lot of time volunteering. And you just learn as you go, because I don't have a plan. I didn't have a plan then. I bought a one-way ticket, and only knew that I was living in the jungle my first month. I didn't know anything else. And my entire trip was just that. I didn't plan ahead for anything, and I have a ticket for January 29th. I don't know what anything else looks like right now. And that is very exciting in itself, because I know now that I can figure it out. I found solutions for every challenge I came up against.
So people that are, you're going to tell you, you're going to want to follow her in this next adventure. It's amazing. So how do people follow you on your adventure?
So I have a Facebook group called Heartwork Travels, and my Instagram is the same name, Heartwork Travels, and Heartwork Publishing is my publishing company, because that's how I worked as a publisher, as a book designer, as a book coach, and so it's primarily Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome.
I'm on LinkedIn too, and
Cool. Thank you for coming so much and
thanks.
sharing your story, and we can't wait to follow you some more and see what's going to happen.
thank you so much.
Stay tuned for our next segment.